You hear that?
Tia Tia!
Here, why don't you stand out here so you can see. You can see from there. I'm gonna hold your hand.
Alright, Miss Tia. Now we're gonna see what you think of this spray. What do you think of that?
Thanks, no. I'm still in here doing my homework.
Oh, she says she likes it. So that ball did not originally have so many scratches on it. That ball weighs about 70 pounds, actually. It's very solid, but she says I'm a tiger, so I get a little rough with my toys. Miss Tia is a very special tiger. She's the only big cat we have that was once a private pet. So she's used to a certain lifestyle. She's used to being the center of attention. And Miss Tia is very sweet, was very good with her mom up until she hit around 10 years old. And then her mom called us and said, my tiger's been developing behavioral problems. I probably shouldn't have gotten a tiger. And we said, no, we don't think you should have either. And so Tia came to live here. But her mom is the one who called us up and admitted her mistake. And so Tia came to live here. Tia has been a bit difficult for us because she really likes living in her own little space. She's very used to being a little princess and having everything to herself. So we tried putting Jacob next door to her, the tiger whose head you could see that was napping over there. And she said, absolutely not. I would not like to live with Jacob. She stood him, she yelled at him. She said, no, no, no. And then we decided to switch Jacob and put Tonka in Jacob's old space. And she said, what is this drooling old man doing next door to me? And she has no idea what to make of that. So Tia's being a diva, and she decides she doesn't want to live with anybody else, so I guess Tia's going to live on her own. She's kind of getting her wish. So as you can see, sometimes the spray makes them be a little more playful, sometimes it makes them, just kind of rub on it and drool on it. Tia tends to get really playful on it, and she'll sometimes, stare at you for a second, then get up and run around, kind of like a cat on catnip. Sometimes they get really mellow, sometimes they get really hyperactive and overexcited. It just depends on the cat. Hi, Miss Tia.
She just beautiful, man.
Tia. She's getting the paranoid look now. Someone watching me? Believe it or not, Tia is only about a year younger than Tonka.
How did she get all the scratches on there?
From playing with it and gouging it out and biting on it.
Do you do that with your toys sometimes? No.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not as much anymore. Oh, there she goes. So while Tia plays, I do want to touch a little bit on the fact that Tia was not an illegal pet, which kind of scares a lot of people. She lived in the mountains of North Carolina, and depending on the county in North Carolina, it is not technically illegal to own an animal like a tiger. That's a big problem. I'm completely acknowledging that. Joe Schmo shouldn't be able to go out and buy himself a tiger cub. However, the problem we run into is that a lot of people say, hey, I heard about this bill. It's going to ban all private ownership. We should totally sign on. And raise your hand if you would support legislation that says ban all private ownership of dangerous exotic animals. Okay, now, second question, with a little more information. Given the fact that we are a privately owned organization and all animals are privately owned, anybody want to ban all private ownership?
No.
No, but we still don't want Joe Schmo buying a tiger cub. And therein lies the problem. So you guys saw what I was setting you up for, but thank you for participating. Because it does get very dicey when you have facilities like ours that are doing rescue work and keeping homes for animals that aren't really desirable at other facilities. And obviously aren't keeping these animals as pets. We don't go in with them. We keep everything as protected contact and for their own benefit. And so we really do want to distinguish ourselves from Joe